Deep in the heart of the Amazon, a legend slithers through the murky waters. It is a story whispered from one generation to the next, a tale of a monstrous serpent of immense size and power. Movies and folklore paint a terrifying picture of a giant anaconda, a beast capable of swallowing people whole and even attacking boats. This image is powerful, a creature born from our deepest fears of the unknown wild. It has become a symbol of the dangers that lurk beneath the calm surface of tropical rivers. The myth is strong, so strong that it often completely overshadows the real animal behind the legend. But is this fearsome monster the true face of the anaconda? The reality is often far more fascinating and complex than the stories we tell. To understand the anaconda, we must journey beyond the myths. We need to look at the hard evidence, the scientific facts, and the first-hand accounts from those who live alongside these magnificent reptiles. This essay will peel back the layers of legend to expose the truth about the green anaconda. We will explore its actual size, its life in the dense Amazonian waterways, what it really eats, and the true level of danger it poses to humans. By separating fact from fiction, we gain a clearer picture of this incredible creature. Our journey will take us into the anaconda's world. We will witness how it hunts with incredible patience and power. We will examine the common myths that have grown around it and correct them with scientific understanding. We will also learn how dedicated scientists risk the dangers of the rainforest to study these elusive giants, bringing back invaluable knowledge that helps us appreciate and protect them. Understanding the truth is the first step toward replacing fear with respect. The green anaconda, the true giant we seek, makes its home in the vast tropical landscapes of South America. Its primary domain is the Amazon basin, a sprawling network of rivers, streams, wetlands. This is a world defined by water. The anaconda is a semi-aquatic snake, perfectly adapted to life in and out of the water, but overwhelmingly prefers the wet. It thrives in slow-moving rivers, swamps, marshes, seasonally flooded forests. The water is its sanctuary, its hunting ground, its refuge from the intense tropical heat. Life in the water gives the anaconda a significant advantage. On land, its immense bulk makes it slow and clumsy. It has to laboriously drag its heavy body across the forest floor, making it vulnerable and inefficient. But in the water, it is transformed. It becomes graceful and powerful, moving with a silent, fluid motion that belies its massive size. It can swim with surprising speed and agility, using the currents to its advantage. The murky, sediment-rich waters of the Amazon provide the perfect cover, allowing this giant predator to disappear from sight in an instant, hiding in plain sight. The anaconda's habitat is a rich tapestry of life. It shares its watery home with a staggering diversity of other animals: caimans, capybaras, tapirs, fish, birds. The snake uses the environment to its full advantage, hiding amongst the dense vegetation at the water's edge, or lurking beneath floating mats of water hyacinths. From these hidden vantage points, it can patiently watch the shoreline for any unsuspecting animal that comes to drink. Its very existence is interwoven with the rhythm of the river, the rise and fall of the water levels, and the comings and goings of its prey. This dependence also makes the anaconda vulnerable. It cannot survive in dry areas or fast-flowing, clear rivers. It needs the slow, muddy, and food-rich wetlands that are increasingly under threat from human activity. Deforestation, pollution from mining and agriculture, and the construction of dams all alter its aquatic kingdom. One of the most persistent questions about the anaconda revolves around its size. Just how big can these snakes actually get? Stories of 50-foot monsters are common in folklore and adventure novels, but the reality, while still impressive, is more modest. The green anaconda is not the longest snake in the world. That title belongs to the reticulated python of Southeast Asia. However, the anaconda is the heaviest and most massive snake on the planet. Its incredible girth and muscle density give it unmatched weight. So, let's talk numbers. A typical adult female, significantly larger than the male, will usually measure between 3 meters and 5 meters in length. Exceptional individuals exceed 6 meters, though rare. The weight is where the anaconda truly astounds. Large females can top 200 kilograms, with a body circumference as thick as a grown man's torso. Reports of 8 or 9 meters persist, but are often unverified and exaggerated. A young anaconda is born live and already sizable, often around 60 to 90 centimeters at birth. Growth is steady and linked to diet and environment. Meals add more to girth than length over time. Be skeptical of stretched skins and tall tails. Rigorous capture-measure-release studies give the most reliable numbers. The 50-foot man-eater remains fiction. The real animal needs no exaggeration. The anaconda's immense size is fueled by a diet as varied as the Amazon itself. Young anacondas take smaller prey, fish, frogs, small birds, rodents, and other little creatures they can overpower. Adults are formidable: capybaras, deer, peccaries, and various large wading birds. They even take on caimans, brutal contests where constriction wins. The anaconda is a constrictor. It seizes prey with sharp, backward curving teeth, then wraps muscular coils. Contrary to popular belief, it does not crush bones. Constriction prevents breathing and rapidly halts blood flow to the brain and heart. Flexible ligaments let the jaws open astonishingly wide to swallow prey whole. Large meals take hours to swallow and weeks or months to digest. This is the question at the heart of the legend. Do these giant snakes hunt and eat people? The image is powerful, fueled by movies and exaggeration. Anacondas are strong. A very large individual could overpower a human in theory. Yet verified accounts of killing and consuming humans are extraordinarily rare to non-existent incredible records. Most anacondas choose to flee. Humans are upright, not typical prey. They deserve caution and respect. Defensive bites and strikes can happen, but real dangers are venomous snakes, disease, accidents, and floods, not anaconda predation. Locals respect snakes and avoid them. The man-eater is a myth. The powerful defensive animal is reality. The anaconda is shrouded in myths that breed fear and persecution. Myth 1. Anacondas grow over 50 feet and hunt people in boats. Reality. Verified anacondas rarely exceed 20 feet, and they do not hunt boats. Myth 2. Hypnotic powers. Reality. No scientific evidence. They rely on camouflage, stealth, and speed. Myth 3. Bones crushed to pulp. Reality. Death by suffocation and circulatory arrest. Bones needn't be pulverized. The skeleton remains largely intact as it is swallowed. Replacing fiction with fact fosters respect and better coexistence. Let's set aside the Hollywood fantasies and discover the real giant of the Amazon. Far from being a mindless monster, the anaconda plays a crucial role in its ecosystem. As an apex predator, it helps keep the Amazon in balance. Its presence influences the populations and behaviors of many species. Conserving the anaconda protects an entire world. It naturally regulates herbivores like capybaras and deer. Without predators, overgrazing and erosion degrade riverbanks and habitats. As a keystone species, its health mirrors the river's health: clean water and abundant prey. Declines can signal pollution, habitat loss, or prey collapse. By digesting big meals over time, nutrients return to the system and feed plants and microbes. Even in death, a giant snake sustains vultures, fish, and insects. In every stage of its life, it is woven into the fabric of the Amazon. It is not an evil intruder, but an essential guardian, a master regulator of a wild kingdom, a vibrant, dynamic balance, sustained in part by the silent titan. The story of the anaconda is ultimately about coexistence. Respect the power, respect the animal. For those in anaconda territory, simple safety guidelines are common sense. Avoid swimming alone in murky, slow-moving rivers, especially at dawn or dusk when snakes are often most active. Never approach or attempt to handle a wild anaconda. Observe from a safe distance. Greater threats flow the other way: deforestation, ranching, soy, logging, and mercury from mining. Toxic pollutants poison rivers and the food chain. Fear and misunderstanding lead to needless killing. Conservation is crucial. Protect large tracts with parks and reserves. Partner with communities, promote sustainable practices, and educate about the snake's true role. Understanding turns fear into pride. Responsible ecotourism gives living snakes value. The giant anaconda symbolizes raw, wild power, a creature of awe, not malice. Its future is tied to the Amazon. Be informed, respectful, and active stewards. Learn the facts, share the truth, support protection efforts.